What's going on, everyone? Gilman with the Wellthy Stocks, back with our daily Palantir update video, ticker symbol PLTR, where we take a look at how Palantir stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Palantir stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let me go ahead and hit record and we'll get right into the video. Another red day for Palantir. As you can see, the past 4 days now have not been too great. We're down about 53 cents on the day, which is about 2.36%, continuing to go down in the after hours. That came on a day where the NASDAQ was down about 1%, Dow Jones was down 0.32%, and the S&P was down 0.5%. IWM was down 1.3%, right? So indices were all red, Palantir being a little bit more red than them. So let's take a look at, our price action for the day. Should be a pretty quick one today, and then we'll talk about future levels of support, future levels of resistance, and based on that, what we think the stock could do. So in the pre-market, right, we made an attempt towards the 2280 level. Unfortunately, the fade started pretty much since the beginning of the pre-market, opened, and then it was relatively down from there. So try to push up 2230s, came right back down, and then kind of hung out near our 2150 level. As you can see, the low point was 2153, so about 3 cents away from that. Pushed up and ended the day kind of flat for the second half of the day, really flat for here too, other than this kind of fall we saw at the beginning of the day. So not a great trading day for Palantir. Like that we closed slightly above VWAP. Obviously don't like that we're more than 2.25% down on the day, 2.5 if you count the after hours. So what are we seeing here on Palantir? Well, first things first, right? We had that bull pennant, got the breakout, sold off, ran into earnings, and then we got the lockup expiration happening. We got the overall market selling off, and we got the surprise loss. That took us down here as low as $20, and then we tried to push up, rejected at 27, and then now we've kind of been trading. One thing that I do want to point out is we drew this bull pennant on yesterday. Clearly we're below it, and what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to keep moving it down. I drew it on as kind of an idea for us to kind of track how Palantir is doing. I could keep drawing it down, but what I want to see is a little bit more of kind of a promise, a turnaround, and then a push up before I start to move around. Now look, if we start to push up from here, I can draw the line down and the bull pennant can still be valid technically. What I don't want to do is move it down every day, because then there's no point and we're not really looking for anything and we're just changing things as they come. One thing that I will say, we are getting to kind of closer to the oversold side as we've kind of hung out in, right? You take a look at the market overall, other than a lot of growth stocks, right? The market, like the S&P, QQQs, they're doing pretty well. The growth stocks, though, kind of some of the smaller caps have really taken a hit. So maybe we'll see a rotation there soon. Until then, though, I'm not gonna really, force anything, right? I'm holding on to my Palantir shares strong. I've got leaps going out to 2022 and a couple going out to 2023, holding strong. They're down, but my thesis is I have the time on this one, right? I don't have any expiration on the shares. I've got a little bit more than a year and a half on the 2023 and like 7 or 8 months on the 2022. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit patient and wait for this to work out. Not even selling covered calls this week because the premium just wasn't there for me. But you always can. What I don't want is for Palantir to run a little and for those to get called away. Now, one thing that I will say, I also use TD Ameritrade, and over there I have what's called the TTM Squeeze, except I have the TTM Squeeze Pro. There was a signal to the downside, a squeeze to the downside. So if we see that, as we saw today, the 2150 hold up, maybe we go down to, hopefully we don't go down to the $20 level, but maybe we go down to this kind of $20.86, the low that we had on March 30th. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but typically the squeeze to the downside can mean that the stock is about to go down. A lot of times it doesn't work out, right? That's why I don't always, I didn't buy any puts on Palantir, for example. Did buy calls on Apple because of the squeeze, but didn't buy puts on Palantir. So hopefully, you know, maybe it doesn't work out, but I just want to kind of throw that out there. If you're looking to play calls, wait to see how the next day or two go for Palantir. It could very well turn around and go up, and that squeeze just wasn't valid. But that's something that I wanted to let you guys know. So from a support level perspective, right, we got this 21.50 level, and then we got the $20 level right below it. And between those two, we've got the $20.86 mark that we hopefully, you know, hold. And then on the upside, we got 22.80, then 23.62, and 24.08. We're definitely getting closer to the oversold side than the overbought side, so hopefully we see a little bit of a sector rotation soon. But as earnings season starts, right, maybe we see kind of a flow change of money. Currently, big tech was doing really well, and not so much on the growth stocks. So I'm hoping for a turnaround here soon. As we've seen the past 2 times we've visited these levels, we've got a turnaround at the low 21. So I'm hoping that we see that happen again, high 20s at the lowest, and then we start to push up. Remember that S&P was at all-time high, so we saw a little bit of a pullback there. Still potential for a little bit more of a pullback, and then same thing with QQQs. We visited the AEMA, bounced really nicely. So watch for that kind of bounce if you're thinking of going long on any place. Just kind of make sure you understand, you know, what that looks like. That we're pretty overbought. The S&P is, I mean, RSI of 70, right? So pullback is going to happen at some point. Make sure you're not caught in the middle of that. As always, I'll try to keep you guys posted on Palantir. Hopefully it turns around soon and I can make happier videos where I'm kind of, you know, happy about the way Palantir traded and not kind of the way we've been trading recently. But hey, that's a part of the game, right? If you've got shares, you don't have a short-term call with an expiration on it, then, you know, I would personally hold. I see great potential in Palantir, right? If we go from here to kind of the 30s, the mid 30s, it's about a 60-70% return. If we go back to 40, it's about 85, and if we go back to 45, that's about 107% on shares. I'm not talking options, I'm talking shares. So even if we hit $30 this year, which I definitely think it can, 40% return on your money on shares alone. So that's, you know, the reason why I hold strong. I think they're a great company, growing revenues, great potential in the future. So that's why I'm holding strong. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.